Hello everyone, my name is Raj Pochiraju, Principal Program Manager in Azure Data Engineering at Microsoft. My team's core focus is to enable seamless database migrations from your on-premises environment to Azure database platforms using the tools and services that we build. Today in the short video, I'm going to specifically talk about the various phases in the migration journey and also going to introduce some of the tools and services that we built that really help you to navigate through this migration journey. So at first, let's talk about the various phases in the migration journey. The very first phase is the assessment phase. In this phase, customers scan across their data estate, find out all the applications which are ready to migrate to the cloud, and find out the application dependencies, which of those databases needs to be migrated together, and what would be the target Azure database platform that would be good fit for your workload, and as well as find out the specific size of the target that you would want to migrate to. So all this analysis happens during the assessment phase. You also understand what are the changes that you need to make to your schema to make the database compatible with the target platform. Once you plan in the assessment phase, the next step is to migrate. In the migrate phase, you migrate your schema, you migrate your data, and as well as any other artifacts which are outside of your database and database server. For example, migrating the logins that you might need to use to connect to the target environments, and any ETL jobs, example SQL Server agent jobs, SSAS packages, those artifacts also you want to migrate as part of your migration phase. And once you migrate to the cloud, the next step is to optimize, where you further really look at to start leveraging the native Azure services to reduce the costs, operation costs, and also increase the efficiencies. All those things happens through the optimize phase. So you have assess, migrate, and an optimize phase. Now that we understand the various phases in the migration journey, let me introduce you the tools and services that our team built that really help you to navigate through this migration journey. So we support, as you see here, we support multiple sources and multiple targets. We support migrating from homogeneous platforms like SQL Server 2005 all the way up to SQL Server 2017 that you can migrate to either Azure SQL DB or Azure SQL Database Manager instance or SQL servers which are running on the Azure VMs. We also support migrating from MySQL and PostgreSQL to Azure Database for MySQL and Azure Database for PostgreSQL. And we also support migrating from MongoDB to Cosmos DB. And more migration source and target pairs are going to be enabled in the future releases. As you see here, we talked about the assessment phase at first in the migration journey, and there are a couple of tools that really help you to assess your on-premises databases and give you the readiness report for those databases migrating to the Azure. One of them is the Data Migration Assistant tool, also called as DMA, which really helps you to assess your on-premises databases, on-premises SQL Server databases migrating to various Azure database platforms like Azure SQL DB, Azure SQL DB Manager instance, or SQL servers which are running on the VMs. And this tool helps you to identify the specific Azure target that will good fit for your on-premises workload, and also it helps you to choose the specific size in terms of the specific tier and as well as the SKU that you would want to create migrating to the Azure. And it also helps you to identify any migration breaking changes in terms of database compatibility. It will tell you which of those objects that needs to be fixed after migrating to the target databases. So it will give you all the fixes that are required to make these databases compatible with the target environments. And there is another tool called SQL Server Migration Assistant tool, which really helps you to assess your on-premises databases, specifically when you are migrating from heterogeneous platforms like Oracle, Sybase, DB2. It helps you to assess and as well as help you to do the code conversions or the schema conversions to make it compatible with the target Azure database platforms. So both tools really help you in the assessments. Once the assessments are done, then you will use the Azure Database Migration Service to migrate your data. So Azure Database Migration Service is fully managed service in the Azure that really helps you to perform a seamless database migrations to Azure database platforms. It also provides the ability to scale your migrations to pretty much thousands of databases that you can migrate, and also it helps you to migrate pretty large databases. It also provides you migrating databases with very minimal downtime using our online migration experience. And also it provides resilient migration experience to you so that it knows how to recover from the intermittent network failures and continue to migrate and then make your migration successful to the end. So that's where we have these tools and services that really help you to navigate through these migration phases. Now that we have multiple sources and targets, if you really want to understand which of these tools and services that you could use for a given specific source and target pair, we also have a migration guide which provides a step-by-step guidance for any given source and the target pair that you pick to migrate. You can access this migration guide using aka.ms/data migration link. Let me show you the migration guide here. So this is the portal experience for our migration guide, where we provide the specific source types that you can use to understand the specific step-by-step guidance migrating to a specific target that you can choose from here. For example, I want to migrate from MySQL Server to the Azure SQL Database Manager instance. So I pick that target here, and once I pick the target, it will give you the step-by-step guidance in the pre-migration, migration and post-migration phases. In the pre-migration phase, it tells you which of these source versions that we support when it comes to SQL Server, and also it gives you all the pre-requirements, list of pre-requirements that are required to make this migration successful. And then it also provides you the specific tool, in this case the data migration assistant tool, that you can use to assess your databases. Once you are done with your pre-requirement pre-migration guidance, then the next step is to go to the migration phase, where it also gives you a step-by-step guidance how you can use our Azure Database Migration Service to perform a successful migration to your target manager instance. Once you done with your migration, it also gives you a guidance that really helps you to optimize your target environment in the post-migration phase. So that's how you can really use this guide to get a step-by-step guidance that which of these tools will help you and all that. So let me show you another scenario where if you want to migrate from, for example, from Oracle to Postgres SQL, Azure Database for Postgres SQL. At this point, we don't support this migration scenario yet using our tools and services, but we provide a guidance where you can use a tool called Ora to PG tool that we know that it really helps you to migrate from your from on-premises Oracle databases to Azure Database for Postgres SQL. So not only that we provide guidance using our tools and services, but we also provide guidance for any other third-party tools or any partner tools that are available out there, that we know that those tools really help you to migrate your specific source to the target environments. So we also provide a list of the partners that really helps you to go through the migration as well. So with this video, I conclude here with the various phases in the migration journey and the specific tools and services that you could use. In the next few videos, I am going to showcase how you can use our tools and services to perform your actual migrations. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you back again.